So in today's video, we will be learning how to sew this particular outfit. This particular outfit has been divided into three sections, which is the first one is marketed to the cutting of the down section, okay, which this whole idea can also be applied with a fitting skirt. And the top section is also has a different video, and then the sewing all together, and then the draping. So this particular video is demarcated into three different videos. So let's dive right into it. So first and foremost, I would recommend that you get 2 or 3.5. You get either 2 or 3.5 yards of fabric depending on your measurement, but here I am using 2.5 yards of fabric to achieve this. So I start off by cutting my slit length, which the slit length is 40, and then I'll add my 2 inches allowance for the down, and then my shoulder to my hip is 22. That is what I did. The waist is 30, so I'll divide it into four, and the hip is 40, so I'll divide that into four as well, making it 10. But once I get that measurement, I'll also find my shoulder to my knee, which is giving me 21 inches. That is from my waist to my knee, sorry, it's 21 inches. So I'll mark that and then add 2 inches to it as well for my allowance. But in order for you to know your knee circumference, you can also decide to use your hip minus 2 inches as your knee circumference. So once you get your knee circumference, you straighten it up till the end of the slit. So once that is done, you cut it out of your fabric, which is very much important, and then you place it on another side of it. But the difference between the front skirt and then the back skirt is your zipper allowance. Introduction of the zipper allowance. When there is a zipper at the back, when you have a zip at the front or at the waist section, is a complete different thing. I mean, at the side section is a completely different thing. But this particular one, it had a zip at the back of it. So with this dress having a zip at the back, that means that our zip allowance is going to be going to the back section. So once it has a back section, you make sure that your zip allowance falls in between 1 inches to 2 inches. This particular inches was 2 inches. Okay, so with that measurement, you come to the waist area by one, and then you find your end, the bottom of your butt, the beneath of your butt. Okay, so that is your the bottom of your butt. Okay, so once you stand there, if you've watched my how to take your measurements, you see how it is being measured. Kindly do check that video, it is on this channel. So once that is done, you come to the waist section by one, and then where your butt will be, you go out by another either half or 1 inch depending of the density of your butt. So once that is there, you position it on, and then you cut it out as it can you can see here. Please, if you have any question, do not forget to ask in the comment section, but please do well to watch the full video so that it would be completely easier. Maybe your question might be answered in the course of the video. So once this is completely cut out, okay, you would actually also cut a lining for it, which you shorten it by 2 inches. Okay, so once the whole thing is cut and positioned, this is how it would look. You see how it is giving room for the butt to stand? Yes, yes, yes. It's super cool when you use this particular method. So when you see the dress, you realize that it had this brocade in front of the dress. Okay, so here I'm cutting the pattern for the particular design, brocade design in the dress. Okay, this particular whole idea can be used for a fitted slit or a fitted long skirt if you want to do that. But if it is in a dress form, this idea can also be used in a dress form. So here I was marking out the measurements for that particular design in front of it. You can play around. Okay, this particular one, it was just me drafting wavy lines and making sure that I'm getting these kind of wavy designs. So I didn't use any particular measurement for that, but you can play around with your measurement that you have to also achieve something like this. Please, if this is your first time watching my video, do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Do not forget to subscribe so that you will be alerted when I upload a new video. So once these cuts are done, you will iron it to make it look flat and beautiful as it can be seen here. I will be aligning that with that of the pattern that I'll be positioning in the middle. So here too, I was ironing it so that I can partition it to know where the middle is so that I can align the midpoints to each other as it can be seen here. Okay, so here I was aligning it to make sure that it was falling at where they were expected to fall. So once that is ready, I moved on to position it at where it had to be positioned to make sure that I'm getting the effect that I wanted. Okay, here I was playing with the designs, playing with the fabric. I didn't really sketch or anything. So after that, I moved on to attaching my hemming gum to the pattern that I created. I don't want it to fray in front of the fabric. So it was great that I hemmed the ends of it so that it can give it a very firm look, and then I would sew on it and attach it. So here I applied hemming gum as my adhesive so that I can just hem it and make it look nicer and beautiful so that it does not fray. Please, if this is your first time watching my video, do not forget to subscribe and like. So once that particular one is done, I will be in this upper section. You realize that with the style, it really didn't start around the waist. It kind of dropped a little. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to achieve here. And yes, I know for sure you've been asking about online classes. Please, if you want to join my online classes, do not forget to send me a message on WhatsApp. The link will be in the description. Okay, do contact me there as well so that I can keep your number. As soon as I start, you will be the first people to know. Okay, I know you really want to do this, but in order for me to generate or create any online classes, I would love for you to let me know the topics you would love to learn so that I can generate a better classes for you all. Okay, so do not forget to send me a message on WhatsApp and then I will add you to my group. Once that is ready, I would ask the topic you would love to learn and then we will start from there. So here, this particular section, this pattern had already been drafted, which was the full bodice, okay, the full corseted bodice, but I was using that particular pattern to get that to the waist, okay. So after I was done marking the waist, I will add an allowance of 1 inch to it in order to get that particular measurement that I will be working around. This particular details is actually in the description. The whole tutorials for how this particular corseted top was drafted is in this particular, the details will be in the description as well, so you can check that one out. The difference between this and that particular one that I did was that this particular one has a zip allowance while the other one that didn't have a zip allowance, it was eyelet, okay. So that would be the difference between this and that particular outfit that I worked on, and then the pattern was drafted for that. So it's the same process, but just that you will be ending around the waist section as it can be seen. So after it was aligned, this is what you are expected to get. If you're not getting this, it means you have to go back and draft your pattern well. So after the whole thing was sewn, this is how it's going to be looking like. So in the next video will be demarcated to the sewing, how they were joined, how back up and then boning channels were installed, and everything would be in our next video. So please do not forget to stay around and watch our next video. We're still on the marathon, uploading the best videos as we can. So do not forget to watch them. So this is how the bag looked. This is how the bag looked. Do you see how it's popping my bra? My bag is giving these extra layers to my bag. Yes, yes, yes. That is what we wanted to achieve. If you could see it again, okay, this is how the bag is looking. Did you get it? Yes, that was why we did that curve at the back. So please, if you've watched all this section, I would love to say that a very big thank you, and do not forget to watch our next video. Stay on the channel to get amazing beginner friendly, advanced friendly, intermediate friendly videos like this and more. Do not forget to watch our next video.